Hey guys, it's Scott
And Beth?
with Travel by Air, Sea, and RV. And today we got a good one for you. It's the top 10 reasons why we chose a Class C motorhome instead of a Class A. And we actually have a bonus reason too. So there's actually 11, but these are in no special order. But the first one is the Class C is very easy to drive.
Even I could drive it.
Yes, you can drive it. You can drive it. It's our Class C is a shorter Class C. It's 24 foot 6 inches. I have an F-150 pickup truck. It's almost like driving my pickup truck. It's very easy to maneuver in parking lots. So it's very easy to drive. I think easier to drive than a Class A. We've had a Class A.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We had a 40-foot diesel pusher, a Fleetwood Discovery 40M, and I think the Class Cs are easier to drive than a Class A. One thing I saw on the Class A, because you don't have a nose like you do in a Class C, sometimes your depth perception when you're driving a Class A is a little bit jumbled, and you have sometimes a little problem when you're taking a corner with your depth perception. A Class C, you have pretty much the standard cab and the standard nose, just like a pickup truck. So it's a lot easier to maneuver around corners. The second reason is it's easy to park. Now we have a small Class C. I think it's 8.5 feet wide, but you can really park it
Anywhere, really.
Yeah, in a standard parking space. If you're going to, say, the grocery store to stock your fridge, you can just park it, in a normal parking space. So and again, it's easy to maneuver around a parking lot. One of our favorite reasons is the bed over the cab. The Class Cs have the bed over the cab. We use it primarily for storage. I think, we have a pretty good sized bed over the cab. I think it's about 7 feet by about 5 feet. You could sleep 2 people up there or several kids,
Yep.
but we use it primarily for storage.
Yeah, it helps cut down on the clutter. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Stuff
When
up there.
we're camping, stuff that we don't want in the living area, we just put up in the bed over the cab, and we pull the curtains. It's out of the way.
Yep.
So that's really a great benefit of a Class C, we feel. Number 4 reason is the ease of maintenance. The Class C is usually on a Ford E350 or Ford E450 or a Mercedes chassis. Our Ford dealer will service Class Cs as long as it's a E350 or E450, but they won't service a Class A even if it's a Ford engine. Not exactly sure why, but Ford dealers are more comfortable working on the Class Cs with the E350 or E450, and I think the Mercedes is the same way. So ease of maintenance. You can find more places to do repairs and maintenance on a Class C because of the chassis. Number 5 is price. The Class C is priced a little bit lower than the Class A. May not have as many bells and whistles as the Class A, but sometimes you don't need the bells and whistles, and it's 20% less or so around there than a Class A. A little bit easier on the wallet.
Yep.
So it's more price competitive than a Class A.
Yeah.
Reason number 6 is it's easier entry and exit. There are 3 doors to get into a Class C. There's the 2 in the cab, and there's the 1 in the living area. Where a Class A, there's usually just 1 door. And so it's the ease of entry and exit 3 doors is better than one.
Yeah,
We feel
sure
that's
is.
we feel that's an advantage of a Class C.
Definitely is.
Also,
For us.
what's that?
For us.
For us, yeah. And these are our reasons. Number 7, pretty much everything is accessible in a Class C when you have the slides in. Now, we don't have slides on our Class C, but the Class Cs that do have slides, when they're in, you can walk through the living area pretty easily. You can usually access the bathrooms, the kitchen. Sometimes if you have a fold-a mattress, a fold-a bed, you can't access the bed.
Right.
But a lot of times in our Class A, our diesel pusher, when it had 3 slides. When we had all the slides in, it was a little
It
difficult
was
to.
narrow.
Yeah, it was very narrow, and to get to the back bathroom, you had to climb over
Over the bed.
over the king size bed, which wasn't
tough.
which wasn't the easiest thing to do. So we feel that the Class Cs, when the slides are in, you have more maneuverability in the living space. Reason number 8 is the engine is in front of you in a Class C, so it's a little more quieter to drive. The Class A, you're kind of sitting on the engine,
Yeah.
so it can be a little bit more noisy. You can feel vibrations more, where the Class C, the engine is out in front of you.
Right.
So
Makes a difference.
it does make a difference. It's quieter, less vibration. Number 9, if you're looking for a shorter motorhome, it's easier to find a shorter Class C than it is a shorter Class A. If you're looking for a motorhome under 30 feet, if you're looking for a Class A, you're limited on your choices. Where if you're looking for a Class C, there's a lot of models between, say, 24 foot and 30 foot. And we were looking for a shorter, definitely under 30 foot motorhome. So the Class C, a shorter one, is easier to find than a shorter Class A. And number 10, the Class C we feel is safer than a Class A to drive. You got the engine out front, you got the nose out front, you've got more of a cushion between you and a front end impact than a Class A. In a Class A, there's not much between you and a front end impact. And also with a Class C, we have airbags in the cab of the Class C. Most Class A's don't have airbags, so we feel a little more
Safer.
comfortable. Yeah, feel a little bit more safer driving around a Class
And
C.
we've got multiple exits too.
That is nice
Which
too.
we talked
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, that's nice too compared to a Class A. And the bonus reason is it's much easier, we feel, to cool down the cab in a Class C using the dash air conditioning than it is a Class A. The Class A, big cab, big windshield, kind of works as a greenhouse effect, heats up the cab.
Yep.
And in a Class A, the ceiling of the cab is very tall. So it's very difficult to keep the cab of a Class A cool. In a Class C, it's much easier. The ceiling is down and the windshield is smaller. In a Class A, you could turn on the generator and use the air conditioners in the living space, but that's using more fuel and just another step to take. Where cooling down the cab in a Class C, we feel is much easier to do. So that's our 10 reasons why we chose a Class C motorhome over a Class A. 10 reasons with a bonus. You might have your own reasons. Add them below in the comments if we forgot any or didn't come up with one of your reasons why you like a Class C. But that's about it. If you like what we're doing, if you like our content, if you could like the video and subscribe, that would be great.
We'd appreciate it very much.
We'd appreciate that. There's more coming. There's more RV videos coming. There's more cruising videos coming and more travel videos coming. So we'd love to have you along with us. That's about it. So
That's it.
guys, take care and thanks for being along with us.
Onward and upward.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.